There are some films you should not watch before going to sleep. This is one of them. When Evil Lurks comes out to UK cinemas and US cinemas tomorrow, that's Friday, and we're here to talk about whether it will overshadow The Exorcist releasing, talk about the review, non-spoiler of course, and whether this is a good double bill. Instead of overshadowing The Exorcist, you could watch 2 for 2. Let's jump in. In a remote village, 2 brothers find a demon-infected man just about to give birth to evil itself. They decide to get rid of the man, but merely succeed in helping him to deliver the inferno. See, some films that have an atmosphere, even though they're slow burning. This is one of those. There's very slow building up to like 45 minutes of introducing us to their world, the characters, and most importantly, the rules of this particular horror. What you need to do to survive, what you need to do not to do, like don't feed the gremlins after midnight sort of thing. Here, they tell you right at the beginning what they should do and what they should not do. And for some reason, the residents of this village seem to do the opposite of that. Obviously, that leads to the bits of, if you're a horror fan, you're probably going to be enjoying that. Now, when it comes to body horror, this is where this film shines the best. Probably one of the most brutal horror films I've seen in a very long time. The grotesque horror on display here is not only gory and yucky, but is also very creative. So there are moments in this that you're probably, even if you're a veteran horror, going to go, oh, or laugh your head off because you can't believe what you're actually seeing. Now, word of warning, if you don't like animals dying, like a dog or other animals, not giving too many spoilers away, but just sometimes I need to let people know when going into a movie, if there's a dog particularly or a cat or anything like that, I need to let my viewers know because some people can't handle that, and there definitely is one brutal killing here. Now, when it comes to the tense scenes, it works really well for the most part because it's so drawn out. There is a definite issue here with the pacing of the movie. But while it's giving us that slow pacing, there's a lot of dialogue that the characters are trying to instill the fear in the viewers without actually doing massive exposition. So rather what they're talking about is what they're trying to do to get out of that situation. There's a psychological tier to this movie as well, where people don't believe what's going on, and so you get one side of the believers who want to do everything to leave the village to get rid of this evil entity, and then the other side that just think that their partners or their friends have lost the plot. So when you have those sort of kind of beliefs bashing when there is real evil, it just causes much more chaos. It doesn't outstay its welcome, but it does outstay its pacing, because I really I love the creativeness of the grotesque horror, but there's a definite moodiness to this film. It's not happy. It's not going to be a classic Hollywood ending. Just put that in your back pocket and have an understanding that this is a more realistic look if something like this actually happened. I think the acting with our main characters particularly show a unraveling, and they do that really well as the world unfolds, as things start to get more and more horrific and they have to believe what they're seeing. That is when things go awry. Now, one of the things that this film does really well, there's no jump scares, but what you're seeing on screen will often just happen on screen. Unexpected things to happen, and it catches you off guard because you don't expect to see what's happening on screen. Part of the reason of that is you get horror during the day, and that's unusual for horror. Most horrors like to play with night and shadow because we just have that in the background. You know, light is good, darkness is bad. Here, it takes away our safety net and makes us go, oh, well, what if these horrific things happen during the day? Which really adds an unease to the quiver of this movie, making it scarier because there is no safety then. If you have nowhere to go, nowhere to run, nowhere to fight the evil, what do you do? And that's what this film is. I thought it was very interesting apart from that slow pacing, and I give it 4 Nicolas Cages out of 5.
You got one. Congratulations.
Even though I don't think I'll ever watch it again, I do think it was a very good horror movie. It's not particularly my cup of tea and not how I would have liked the ending to go, but that's because I'm old school 90s happy ending, and for me this one was like, oh my gosh, this left Jimmy just feeling, wow, let me watch The Simpsons now. So let me know your thoughts down below. Are you going to be watching The Exorcist this weekend, the new one of that, or are you going to be watching When Evil Lurks, or perhaps a double bill? Thanks so much for watching, but most of all, until next time, remember, live long and Tuesday.